Welcome back, everybody. My name is Rob Coolish, joined by head women's swimming coach Brad Thornton. Brad, congrats on another great season. You guys are Empire 8 champions, 7th in the nation. Just an incredible season, and it's what essentially seems to be all the time for you guys. Just talk a little bit about the accomplishments. Empire 8 champs for the first time, another top 10 finish.
Yeah, going into the season, our women thought they had a great shot at winning the Empire 8 title, which we've never done before, and the men had done once previously. So they were from top to bottom. I think we ended up with 19 female swimmers on the team, and we can bring a class of 8. We can bring 18 scoring swimmers to the meet. So those 14 through 18, kind of on our depth chart, knew that they need to step up, score points, contribute on relays to help us win that title. We've always had the top end NCAA talent that served us really well the last 5 years, but it was nice to see the 14 through 18 really step up, swim well, have a great meet, and they're really the reason why we won, which was great on the conference level. And then at NCAAs, we had a decent amount of underclassmen this year, first time there, or just first time on a relay that with the expectation that they're going to get top 8 and score, and there's no room to kind of make mistakes. As we brought, I believe it was 7 female athletes, so we don't have the largest team there, but we are, trying to stay. Last year we were 5th place. We're trying to stay in that general area, but we're overall really happy with the results and everything we accomplished this year.
You kind of started to get to it, but 5th place in 2012, 6th place in 2011, and then 7th place this year. You've been in the top 15 the last 4 or 5 years, and as I just said, top 10 3 straight. Being a perennial, not necessarily power, but being a perennial top 10. From where we were so recently as a program to where you guys are now, it's really impressive. And just how do you get there?
I know I keep touching on this, but it's really our girls' expectation going into the season. They want to be top 10. They want to one up last year. So from the first day of practice, or really the summer before we start official practice, they have to do a lot of work on their own. But they know going into the year kind of what their expectations are based on who our team is and who our freshmen are incoming that season. And just every year, our girls keep on improving, and despite some big losses in the last couple of years through graduation, our girls, that doesn't really faze them. They kind of bring along the freshmen with them that aren't that fast yet, but want to get faster and help out and help us reach that goal. Now, we never have a set placing goal for the year, but we do want to beat certain teams. We do have a couple rivalries, and the girls just really step up, and a few of them, their main focus is on NCAAs, is on their national rankings. So they're working the whole season towards not just making NCAAs, but performing well while they're there. And I think that's what really separates, has kept our team in the top 10, is we're not trying to qualify, we're trying to do well once we're there.
Recently, Friday afternoon, Friday evening, you were named the Conference Coach of the Year for the End of the Year awards. Also, you were the Coach of the Meet for winning, but also the Coach of the Year. And then freshman Elizabeth Heinbach was the Rookie of the Year for the conference. Mm-hmm. Talk a little bit about Elizabeth and what the award means for her, and then also what it means for you.
Yeah, well, Elizabeth had kind of an interesting up and down freshman year, in that she was battling illness a lot throughout the year. So whenever we got on a good path for training, we'd tend to fall off a little bit. And her being a distance swimmer, it's a little more important to be in the water, working every day and making gains, rather than sitting at home sick or going to the doctor or anything like that. So she kind of snuck into NCAA's 13th. She was one of the last qualifiers in, and then 3.5 weeks later swam 3 more best times and contributed on a relay while going faster. So it's definitely a great year for her. She did get all her personal bests, but I think there's still a lot more left that she's excited already for next year, kind of moving forward to have a injury, sickness-free season. Now, in terms of Coach of the Year, I know we have a kind of a brand new coaching staff this year. I have been here this was my 5th year, but first year as the head coach. We brought in 2 new assistants, Tom Nalrot and Lindsay Della Roseby, who are on the deck, if not more than I am, coaching workouts and running workouts. So I think you're really only as good as your assistant coaches are. And it kind of showed on not only the women's side but the men's side as well.
To kind of throw almost a curveball your way, everybody knows, the Brittany Geyers, the Louise Moores, arguably the best swimmers in the conference. Who are some people maybe coming through the pipeline, recruited, incoming freshmen aside? What are some other people other than Elizabeth, that you might, be looking towards to, really take the next step?
Yeah, well, the first one I'd say would be Jennifer Rutledge. She was a freshman this year from Georgia. And she qualified. She got a B cut in the 50 freestyle, the 100 free, qualified in the 200, 400 free relay, as well as the 200 medley. And she was on our 400 medley as well. But she actually, in the 200 medley relay, had the fastest split out of anyone in the country. Kind of had that random breakout swim where she went a 22.8, which was faster than any other team, and we ended up 6th. But that was kind of her breakthrough swim. She did drop some time this year, but that one swim kind of showed her potential when she's able to put it all together. So I think she's gearing up, and just that one swim alone has gotten her excited for her sophomore year to try to do that individually or just do it a little more consistently throughout the year. Second, she's actually a sophomore now, but her first year of swimming was April Lawson. Her first year she had some medical issues, so she didn't really swim. And after taking about 10 months out of the water, she got back into it last year and made it on a couple relays and actually got better throughout NCAAs. But kind of she's got a ton of talent and is, I think, going to hit the ground running next year.
And then last one for you, we've hit on it, perennial top 10. I guess how do you as a coach and as a program leader, how do you take it to that next level? Where do we go from here, which seems amazing as it is, but I'm sure you want to continue to keep growing.
Yeah, one of the things we've spoken about with our women's team is obviously we do have the Louise, Brittany's that are scoring top 8 and have been for a couple of years now. But our relays are kind of always stuck in that 5th or 6th to 8th place, if not a little bit lower. And I think what's really going to take our team to the next level, and our women understand this, is to be in contention to win a relay. I believe we have the talent. They think they have the talent to do it. And they really want to take those relays to the next level because there's still quite a big gap from 1st to 6th. And I know we have the talent. They know we have the talent, and they're ready to we've won an individual event before. Now we want to bring it forward and try to win a relay or get top 3 in a couple relays. And I think that will really take our team to the next level.
Well, Coach, congrats on another fantastic season again. Empire champions, top 10 in the country. It was a pleasure to watch. And thanks for a couple minutes.
Thanks, Rob.
StevensDucks.com for all your latest women's swimming news.